Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Nick here, and if you're new to this channel, on this channel I ride motorcycles, I work on motorcycles, I travel the country a fair amount, and I bring you guys along on all of my adventures. So if you're new here, please go ahead, bang that subscribe button, help me grow, and let's hop into today's video. So if you watched my video that I put up on Sunday, I talked about how Indian is not making the bikes that we want. And in that video, I talked about how, we need a mid-sized Dyna-esque bike. The Scout's too small, the touring bikes are too big. We're not getting what we want, and Indian's not listening to us. And before you think I'm harping on Indian too hard, I own both Harley-Davidsons and Indians. I love Indian. I love all motorcycles. So this is all constructive criticism, not me nitpicking what Indian is doing. So, with that being said, today Indian released the new 2022 Indian Chief, and I am breaking my normal video cycle to bring this to you guys today. This is fresh, hot off the press, and let's hop into it. Let's show you this. So what we're going to do first is I am going to show you what they released on YouTube.
Everything you want and nothing you don't. That's what the new Indian Chief is all about. A timeless American V-twin that reminds us how the simplest pleasures bear the richest treasures. Simple, yet refined.
So let's pause right there. First things first, this is a gorgeous bike. You can clearly tell that it is bigger than a Scout, but smaller than a touring bike. It is very Dyna-esque, and this is the exact thing that I said we need from Indian. So at first glance, this is a beautiful bike. Let's keep going.
A sleek modern profile with just enough technology hidden among classic features, yet minimalist enough to experience the euphoria of what an American motorcycle should be. For starters, a time-tested and air-cooled monster in our Thunderstroke motor. All the character and power riders have come to appreciate in our fully fared baggers, only magnified within a lighter, leaner package, made more performance-oriented thanks to our mid-controls and drag bars. Cast wheels give the bike an aggressive look. Details like its steel tube.
So there's a lot of marketing jumbo going on here, which we expect, right? But one thing that stands out to me is they are bragging about the steel tube frame. So if you didn't know, the Indian touring models have a cast aluminum frame. A cast aluminum frame is more rigid and it is lighter than steel. So you have less flex of the frame in the corners, and overall you end up with a lighter bike compared to a steel framed bike. But they are saying here that they did the steel tube frame as a throwback. No, they didn't. They did a steel tube frame because it is cheaper, plain and simple. A steel frame is cheaper than an aluminum frame. So here's some marketing jumbo that they're throwing out at us here. Also, as I will show you when we switch over to the Indian site, as to be expected, they are showing you a bike that has all the accessories on it. So don't let this fool you in thinking that this is what the new Chief is. Because this is a fully spec'd out bike. With everything that's on this bike, you're probably talking between $5,000 and $7,000 of accessories, I would assume. I may be off, and that is also including the labor of installing those accessories. But let's keep going.
Frame and exposed dual rear shocks reach back to the glory days, while a lower seat height, compact wheelbase, and reduced weight inspire.
Right there, 26-inch seat height. That is amazing. A lot of people have struggled with the seat height of the Indians. This is part of the reason why they just redid the FTR. I'm not a very tall guy. I have 28-inch inseam, and on the FTR, I couldn't even touch the ground with either leg. I could sit on it on the kickstand and kick both legs. And on my Roadmaster, depending on what kind of boots I'm wearing, sometimes I'm tippy-toeing, sometimes I am flat-footed. So it is really nice to see that they are focusing on a lower seat height.
Confidence for any rider. And while everyone loves a true classic, some benefits of technology would be foolish to ignore, like the Chief's 3 selective ride modes or touchscreen digital gauge with navigation that allows you to set and chart your course, even if it's to nowhere. But for those who think that stock is just a dirty word, we offer a full range of accessories to help you make your Chief even more your own. Got an appetite for even more power? An air intake, slip-on mufflers, and Stage 2 performance cams are ready and waiting. Or maybe you want to share the ride. We've got plenty of comfy accommodations with passenger pillions and backrests that will keep your Plus One happy. Listen, these are just some of the accessories available for the new Indian Chief. We've got plenty more. To see the full lineup and customize what's right for you, head over to our configurator at IndianMotorcycle.com. The all-new Indian Chief, a triumphant return to what American motorcycles were always meant to be.
So let's hop over to their website. I'm going to be honest with you guys, like right away, I like the bike. I'm impressed, and I am looking forward to getting to go ride this bike. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy one. I don't like to buy first-year releases, so I may wait a model year to buy one. And it in no way would replace my Roadmaster. But first off, let's just go through all this. So the standard Indian Chief in black, the cheapest possible option on it, no ABS, is $14,500. That is a very competitive price point, and I think that's a good place to price this bike. So let's go down here and hop into it. They show one here. It's got a bunch of accessories on it. It's got the tractor style seat and the rack. I'm not a big fan of this look. I do like the ape hangers on it, but I kind of think that this rack and the seat take away from it. I would be happier with like a Saddleman step-up seat there and a tall sissy bar, but to each their own. You may like that. You know, they're showing accessories, new apparel. I love this red color. And if we go up here, let's explore the lineup. Alrighty, so FTR, Scout, Cruiser. This is where you'll find the new Chief. And right here, they're showing the red. But if you notice, this is starting at $14,500. You do not get the red for $14,500. The red is $15,800, but that includes ABS. You can only get the black and the white with no ABS, or you can get black and white with ABS. That's one thing I don't like on the older Chief. ABS was a standard option, and to be honest, it is 2021. All motorcycles should have ABS. Let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. All motorcycles should have ABS. Doesn't matter if it's Harley Davidson, doesn't matter if it's Indian, doesn't matter if it's Kawasaki, Honda. ABS should be standard features in 2021. I'm not even sure if you can buy a car anymore that does not come with ABS. Alright, so here we are. We have the Chief family. First up here is this bobber in the red. I love this red. And let's scroll down. So we have the Chief standard here. We have the Chief Dark Horse. We have the Chief Bobber. And the Chief Bobber Dark Horse. So, on the Dark Horse, you get the Thunderstroke 116 instead of the 111. You are also going to get Ride Command, and then all the flat paint schemes that Indian has on their bikes are only available on the Dark Horse. Then when we go to the Bobber, you are going to pick up mini apes and wire wheels. Now, me personally, I prefer this cast aluminum wheel up here over this wire wheel, but to each their own. Now, when we go down, this is the Super Chief and the Super Chief Limited. Now, on the Super Chief, instead of mids, you are going to have forwards with floorboards. You are going to have a beach bar, a windshield, rear pillion and pegs, and bags. Now, a couple things here. I don't like these bags. I mean, sure, they work, but I don't like them. Other than that, this has everything the Dark Horse has, plus a few other accessories. This is more set up like a Harley-Davidson Heritage. And then they have renamed the previous Chief as the Vintage. So now you have the Indian Vintage Dark Horse and the Indian Vintage. Now, there are a few things that I really like and some things that I really dislike on these bikes. One of the first things is I'm not a big fan of the seat. See if I can find a good view of the seat here. I would rather prefer like a Saddlemen step up. I just think that seat's a little too small. The mid controls I don't have any beef with. They're more like a Harley Davidson mid, where they're a little more forward, like you would find on a Dyna, whereas on a Sportster, the mids are kind of further back. So I think these mids are in a good position. I do think having the ride command and everything built into this touchscreen is going to be really nice. Have it all right there in the speedometer. Just there's no fluff on this bike. It has everything you need, nothing you don't. I find this exhaust to be hideous. Absolutely hideous. But, here's the gallery. Most factory exhaust is hideous. And that's because they're trying to meet EPA requirements and sound requirements. So let's look at this. Judging by the way this looks, if you're familiar with the Indian Thunderstroke engine, this is where your catalytic converter is. It looks like this is no longer built into the head pipes. It appears to me that this is separate, which is really good for us, the consumer. This will be easier to delete. I think this would look real good with like a Two Brothers Racing, like 2-in-1, or something like that. Got to have the, classic photo of a bunch of people just out having fun. I love the look of this 19-inch wheel. I am not big on the wire wheels, and I don't like fat front tires. You give up handling with those fat front tires, so this skinnier front tire is just a better look. You have all LED lighting, which is a huge plus, but Indian has offered all LED lighting on their bikes for a while. And this is where, like, again, it is 2021. Everything should be LED lighting. Like, it's how it is on cars now. Bikes need to follow. You have the cool offset license plate. Overall, just a really good looking bike. And right here, you can see that he has the Stage 1 high airflow cleaner. So I'm going to assume that most of the accessories that already exist for the Thunderstroke engine will continue to work on this bike. Let's see, shop accessories. Let's see, what do they have? So we have mini ape hangers right here at $180. That's a good price. And to be honest, versus the old Chief where you had that huge nacelle that you had to take off to get to the bars, this, you can install these bars yourself. This will be super easy. I did just see this, though, that the handlebars and the handlebar install kit are separate. Previously, when you bought Indian handlebars from Indian, all this already came in the pack with it. Now, granted, you paid $300, so there's, I guess, not that much of a difference, but this should all just be one package. You should not have to buy it separate. See, there's that tractor-style seat. There's the rack. Not really showing a lot of accessories here, but I do believe that there are more than what they're showing here because there should be a windshield and other options. I gotta be honest, guys, like, I'm really impressed with this bike, man. Like, I know I've said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, I'm happy to see this, and like, in this ruby metallic red is just gorgeous. And I think Indian's gonna have a home run on their hands here. Like, this is gonna be a good seller. I can see it. It's priced right. It's what the people want. Man, good looking bike. You can ride it around town. You can ride it to work. You could ride this cross country if you wanted to. And that Thunderstroke 111 and 116 are time tested. We know those are good. I'm a little worried about this rear suspension setup, but I imagine Legends and Fox and other companies will step up and give us a better option there. It looks very Scout-esque on the rear suspension, and I'm just not optimistic there. But only time will tell, right? So, let's see. Anything else on here that they're showing? Nope, we've been there. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much it, man. This is super exciting. I'm glad to bring this to you guys. and I can't wait to get out and ride this bike. Like, this is nice. Indian is finally listening to us, where they've redesigned the FTR, they've redesigned the Chief, but I wouldn't even say that they've redesigned the Chief. They've rebranded the Chief. This is a whole new motorcycle, and they've recycled the name of the Chief. But either way, Indian is listening. They're giving us the bikes we want, and this is good, guys. This is so good. This is going to be priced right, and they're going to sell lots of these. Also, I forgot to mention, just looking at the controls on here, it looks like that these have cruise control on them as a standard option, which, again, it's 2021. Should be a standard option, as LED lighting. You are also... sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I'm just really excited about all this. There's only one. It's single disc front brakes. I'd like to see dual disc, so you could see where they're attempting to cut cost here. But, I mean, to bring us all of this at the price we want, things had to be sacrificed. And I think they made the right decision, and this is going to be a good bike. So, guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. I will see you all Sunday. I love each and every one of you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell me, what do you think about this bike? Do you like the direction Indian is going? If you're not already subscribed, bang that subscribe button. Again, I love each and every one of you. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. I'm out, guys.